Hey tubers, Scrooge here, and yeah, that's right, it's here, the moment I've all been waiting for. The dirty truth about TVs. Are they worth it? Are they not? Are they dangerous? Are they safe? Well, we're going to get into that, and we're going to take a look at a few various TVs, what seems to be like it's going to be its own series, because there's a lot. And we've got these down here, and I think we'll tackle these today. And any scrapper knows. They see these out in the wild. Here, there you go. They see these out in the wild, and you get like a deer in the headlights look. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Shouldn't you? Is it worth it? Is it not? What happened? There's quite a few you'll find out in the wild, just like this. I found these out in the wild. You can see the dirt and everything on them. So we'll look at those, and this may be the first part of a longer series because, again, if you haven't watched my other videos, go take a look. Go check them out. If you're new, you know the deal. Hit that button. Subscribe, share, whatever you want to do. Anyways, so we got all sorts of TVs besides the ones we found that have already kind of stripped down. We've got LEDs, we got LCDs, we have plasmas, and we have curved screens, which I have not done a curved screen yet. So that's even new for me, so I'm excited for that one. And then we got some other ones that are curved screens that I highly doubt were curved when they were purchased. But I'm willing for the bang for my buck, I'm willing to bet that plasma right there, that guy right back there, probably has more in it, functioning-wise, than probably any and all of the LEDs that I have around here. LCDs are a little different, but we'll get into that further in the series. And yes, my favorite for my personal use is the plasmas. Now, I tend to keep the plasmas. Any sizes. That one's a bigger one. That one's quite a larger one over there. I know you can't tell, but I think that's like a 40-inch or something like that. And then I have a guy over here. I can't really show him because I usually have people on in the background. And anyways, and that's my shop TV, and I have two downstairs in my electronics shop that I usually have stuff going on as well. But I love them plasmas. They suck for electricity. They sure do, and they get hot. But my shop is cold, so it actually works really perfect for my shop in the garage. And then what else on the series? Yeah, we're going to have this on the series as well. So I normally don't resell things. I don't sell stuff at all, in fact. Excuse me. I came across this little guy down here, and my buddy has a shop that he's putting together, and he needs a start with a TV, and there he goes. I put a couple screws in it, put a little power plug on it, and bing, bang, boom, he's got a TV that he can use in his shop now, and he can put his stuff that he does. He likes to do rocks and things, and he carves and stuff, and maybe I'll show some of his stuff on here one day if I get permission from him. It's really neat. But what's behind that? Yeah, let's not get off the rails. Behind that is that projection TV. That thing is large. It's really bottom heavy though. I mean, she got a, yeah. So we're gonna take that one apart too. That's gonna be later on in the series. So you guys just keep coming back in and checking it out. I promise we're gonna get to that. But we normally do, stock pot and gold recovery and stuff, but my shop is really dictating what I need to do at this moment. And when I say my shop is telling me what to do, this 90-inch, I'm pretty sure it's an LCD Cheaters Special that I came across is really, really taking up the shop. I know that projection TV sure does have a footprint. In fact, it's pushing out. Like I said, when she got back. Yeah. But this guy is 200 and some pounds of holy terror, and it's taken up my shop. I even had to put a new tabletop on here actually, and I had to do that because yeah. So this guy I think is gonna be towards the end of the series. I know a lot of people will be like, hey, crack that open. Well, once I get that thing going, you know how it works, scrappers. Once you take something that small apart, it's gonna end up feeling like it was that big. So what is this gonna look like once I have it all broke down? So I really have been trying to clean up my shop a little. I normally sweep, and yes, if you've heard my other videos, I also vacuum. But I've really been trying to clean up the shop a little bit, so it dictates that I, Scrooge, am putting out a TV series. So let's get into those TVs over there and see what we're gonna do. And again, we're gonna start off with safety. So yeah, you got your glasses. Make sure you get some glasses. I have mine. He has his, and sorry about that. We're always getting visitors, everything. People love to drop stuff off. So anyways, where was I? Yeah, safety. Safety. So your glasses, when you're messing around with things, and specifically certain TVs, you want to be careful. Dust mask. Yeah, try that one. Yeah, it gets rough and in the shop, so just, in your gloves. I got a pair around here somewhere. I always say that, and I do have a pair around here somewhere, and that's going good. That's where it's supposed to be. We're doing updates as much as I can. It was daily, now it's slowed down to every other day right at the moment, but if you don't know what that is, go check that out. Yeah, it's a stock pot, gold stock pot over there. I think I have a whole little spot for the evolution of that stock pot. So go check them out. But back to it. My gloves. Got them gloves because there's stuff that you don't want to get. I mean, well, you don't want to get dirt in your hands. You don't want to get cut. There's lots of sharp edges, actually, believe it or not, on these things. And there's dirt on them. This, I do believe the pink and white power cords here are pretty indicative of mercury tubes inside. If I'm correct, please correct me if I'm wrong. I know that they have lamps inside of them, and that is not good. So if you find them out in the wild, the reason why this is in my shop at all is because I found it out there. It definitely looks like it's been sitting there for a long time, and any of these that have been popped, unfortunately, were released into the environment elsewhere. So, but we're still going to take our time, and we're going to be careful as if none of them have popped. Because if they are in there, you still need to take this to your waste management system of some kind and destroy it, dispose of it properly. This cannot go. The LEDs are just metal backing, plastic backing. They can either go into your shred pile, and we'll get into that too. But no, please, these type of TVs, the plasma TVs and stuff, they really cannot just be chucked into your backyard. And if you pop one of them tubes, yeah, you're going to release a little bit of mercury or whatever vapor into the air. But it's the shards of glass, hey, that get into your fingers. If you don't pay attention and you start picking up your gloves and you carry these around like I'm doing right now, which I'll use something else for that. But they get in your hand. And if you watch any of my other videos, again, yes, heavy metals will get into your skin and into your body. And once they are in there, they're there. They don't disappear, and they just start to build up. So yeah, when you're playing with this, and if you get any further than where that is right there, that is important as well. Anytime you are moving your stuff or doing your stuff, yeah, we'll get more into that in a different video. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, so back to the TVs. Yeah, let's crack these open. I'm gonna move this one off. We'll take care of that at another moment, and we'll get ready and let's see what we can get into with these guys down here. All right, so we're gonna start with this one. We found this one in the wild, and pretty much it looks like somebody either got upset, whatever. Screen is not here, non-existent. So you have this paper backing, which comes off pretty easy. I mean, if I can do it one-handed, you guys can get it done. But it comes off of there, and you got your LED strips back there. So let me get this off, and yeah, I don't know if I said that, but it's a 40-inch. And it looks like it was either upset or repair gone wrong. I have no idea, because honestly, there's nothing inside that guy there. Yeah, he's pretty empty. So most of the job is done for us already. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of fun stuff in here, but let me strip it down to its parts and we'll come back. All right, so with the first TV here, we have just the plastic backing. No, don't burn that. It's not paper. It won't smell good. Don't try it. Your neighbors will hate you. So just get a bag, because you're going to have quite a few of those if you're doing what I'm doing. So basically, all that was left in here is the LEDs. And in fact, these look like they're halfway decent LEDs. They kind of just shimmy. Come on, why no shimmy? Shimmy. There we go. Okay, so they just shimmy on in there. And they look like they're usable. And I'm not rightly sure. I don't have really the time right now to think about it. But if you guys watch my other video, I actually took pieces of these guys. And in fact, I got them right here. Took pieces of them, cut them up, and I used them as washers to hold up my plastic in my shop. So they wanted a bunch of money for, you know, the things, and I know it looks a little blue, but that's because I was getting lazy. Anyways, and yeah, they wanted a bunch of money for them nails with washers on it, and I said, forget that. I got a bunch of old nails, and I got a bunch of LED strips. So there, it gave me something, even though it didn't have much to offer. And if not, these are aluminum. These are aluminum strips. You wind that up and throw it in your dirty aluminum. It has some copper on it too. I mean, maybe in your scrapyard you might be able to get away with putting that in dirty copper. I'm not sure. You'll have to check with yours. And even some of these LEDs I know have gold in them. But that's neither here nor there or the time. We're going to take these and I'm going to put these with my aluminum. This still has some plastic on it, but that's okay, because if you're going to throw it in your dirty steel pile, it don't matter anyways, because they expect some of it. But check your yard first, and let's move on to the next. What do you think, Wubs? Holy buckets. Next we have a 32-inch. I don't know, they get a little iffy with their measurements. I'm not really sure who's running it, but we have another 32-inch. It's a gutted special. I'm not sure. But this was the one I was messing around with one of my kids with. If you haven't seen that video again, go check it out. He didn't want to do his chores, and he found out the hard way. Yeah. So let's see what's inside of this, because sometimes these plastic screens can be useful for different things. But let's see what's in there real quick. All right, so we got the plastic off the back. I was thinking about it, and yeah, you know, I got a fairly clean steel pile. I do have a dirty steel pile, but stacking these up nice and neat in the corner of your steel pile works a lot better. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take the plastic off that one too, and we'll get an idea of what, if you do keep the plastic and you need to recycle it, is it recyclable or not? And how much do you think it'll cost you to get rid of per TV? That'll give you an idea. I don't know, we'll try that out. But again, we got another bit of that white plastic. I just popped that basil, whatever you want to call it, off of there. And yeah, you got another one of these plastic screens that's got to come off. And, hey, there's more LEDs. And so instead of crunching in your ear, I'll take that out and we'll come right back. All right, so this guy had the white screen that's over there in the pile. Here's the bezel, piece of plastic. Here's that screen. Yeah, those can come in handy. We'll look at that later. And here's the clean steel. Yeah, they stuck everything down instead of screwing it down. So maybe it's cheaper. Anyway, so I had to give the LEDs a what for here. But we got them off, so they'll go in our pile of aluminum LEDs. And this will go in our steel pile, and this will go in our plastic pile. And we'll move on to the next. All right, we have another 32-inch TV. This one, on the other hand, I did it a couple weeks ago. I was busy doing something. I needed this, and jumped up and bit me, so I put it away and went and had a cup of coffee. So pretty much the same thing. This stuff is going to come out. LEDs are going to come out. It's going to hit that pile of sorting, and then we'll come back to you. And I know, there's somebody out there saying, hey, Scrooge, you know, you could be making money off those LED strips by selling them. And you're right. Some of them are fairly nice. And yeah, I could actually use a couple of these maybe for myself. But when you just, I've heard other people say it, and I said I wasn't going to say it myself. But yes, when you come across enough of one particular item, it starts to get hard to just be able to just keep on random stuff. Because then you're going to have just tons of it. So you kind of got to have a focus. Are you going to scrap stuff out, or are you going to resell it? There is a fine line between not getting rid of some stuff you don't want to get rid of and get rid of the stuff you don't need to have hanging around. So everybody has that line drawn in the sand for themselves. I'm just saying, for me, it's just not worth it, because I would have buckets and buckets and buckets of this stuff. And these plastic things fall off of here. Yeah, they go flying everywhere. and you end up walking on them, oh, grunting. And then it sucks to walk on, because then you get these on you, you know. I mean, yeah. So, no, I'm not going to keep these. They're going to go on my aluminum. And let's get the next one up. All right, next we have a 58-inch. Again, found in the wild like this. I'm not sure what's in there. It feels a little heavier. So I'm going to get my gloves, make sure I keep my glasses on, and start peeling this stuff off, because I don't know what's on it. I know there's something underneath of there I want. I just don't really want to get that on me. So yeah, we're gonna glove back up again, and we're gonna get to this. And that's another reason why it's probably a good thing I put my gloves on and off, and I don't hold my phone while I do this, because I don't know what's on there. I really don't. And I'm not germaphobe, but at the same time, gosh darn it, yeah. So let's get that white stuff off of there, and we'll come back to you. All right, so we got considerably more LEDs in here, because yeah, it's a bigger TV. So one of the things about a bigger TV, I don't think a bigger TV is really going to bring you any more, besides maybe for the steel. And maybe because it has more LEDs in there, you'll get aluminum. Sometimes they're circuit board material, and they can go in your low-grade boards too. But I think that's about the only difference when it comes to LEDs about size. Otherwise, I think you're probably running the same boards and same stuff like that. Pretty close. But we'll flip it over. I only started from the front because, hey, that was already open, and that was the easiest way in. But, you know, it's got some hope. It's got some hope in there. So let's get the LEDs off, and we'll flip her over, and we'll come back. All right, so note to self, I should have already have remembered this, and I should have mentioned this, but you guys start pulling on these LED strips, and those clear little buttons start flying across your shop, and they go God only knows where. I tell you what, they're going to find them long after you're gone. So if you don't want that to happen, either A, take a little set of pliers. They pop right off if you want to take them in it so you don't find them on your shop. In fact, I'm probably going to be just sitting here doing this for a second, because honestly, I don't want to step on them, and I don't want to find them, and I don't want any of my shop mates to find them and get lost in here playing with them, and you know how it goes. I mean, it's already almost all done. All right, there. In fact, there. I think that's. I think they're all gone now, just that quick. So maybe take that second and do it yourself before you lose 5, 10, or 15, 20. Oh gosh, who knows? All right, we'll be right back. Should have listened to Scrooge. Oh gosh. So we got a million screws here, literally just all over the place. So basically, you see a screw, take it out. See a screw, take it out. It's really hard one-handed. Let's see a screw, take it out. No, I just wrecked it. There we go. This is where a magnetic drill bit comes in handy, because you can get quite a bit of screws stuck everywhere they can put one. For some reason, it seems like, you know, they want to save money and they make things cheaper, but yet just tons and tons of screws all over the place. Let's see if we can get them out. I know some people are like, hey, why don't you just do, you know, whole videos and stuff. Well, we'll get to that, but right at the moment, doing stuff one-handed isn't always the best of approaches, I suppose. So let's see. Did I do it? Did I do it one-handed? I might have done it. I might have done it. Is that possible? Oh, yeah, well, you know, hey, let's, can I do that one-handed? Yeah. Yeah, I'll pick that up in a minute. Oh, that one was bent. Alright. We do it. We did it. Let's see what we got in here, guys. Alright, well, a fair bit more than some of the TVs nowadays. So we got the boards. Let's see. Okay, so I know this is a power board. You know how you tell it's a power board? Not only does it have heat sinks on it trying to disperse some of the energy for sure, but you see the caps there. Those are capacitors that help start this bad boy up. And I know you can't read upside down, but they say 450 volts, and that's times 2. So if my math is correct. That's one heck of a wallop. So no, don't go plugging these in. And if you do, go let them sit for a while. Hit the power button on the bottom. Most of these guys will have a power button somewhere on the bottom nowadays. And if you unplug it and you hold down that power button, from what I'm told, it takes care of business. But when you find ones in the wild like this, chances are they ain't got no juice. But if you want to do it and you wanna be safe about it, and go ahead and get yourself a pair of rubber-handled clippers. I have it in my other videos. And you go on here, and if there is a charge, you're going to hear some words and a jump and a zap, but it'll be fine. And there's nothing, no juice to these guys. So, again, if you're going to plug these in and test them out, then you might want to let them sit in your shop for a little while, a good couple weeks. Maybe try that button trick, and then before you start touching any of the boards, you go and pop them caps. And you should be okay. But hey, just because I said so doesn't mean you should just go do it. You should do your own research, because I tell you what, you get in trouble, you get grounded, and you can't come hang out, that's not my fault. This keeps moving, this shop keeps going every day. So let's get these boards off of here and see what we got. Yep, and then for all you guys keeping up, an extra little bonus here. That's zinc aluminum. It goes into my cast aluminum pile, but hey, it adds up. There's 2 of them on the bottom usually, and that's what gives it strength to kind of hold the TV up. So the bigger the TV, most likely the more amount zinc, cast zinc stuff you have. So that's a bonus, and that goes into my cast aluminum bucket over here. In fact, I just got a random bucket right here. Yeah, I know my shop is messy because it's exploded, but cast aluminum, man, there we go, done. Fill that bucket up, label it, and send it on its way. And yeah, I know I might not have mentioned this. Maybe I haven't mentioned it. Oh man, guys, you know, your next best tool next to, you know, your TV and learning stuff, and that is this guy right here. That guy. This. I found this scrapping. The first day I was scrapping, I found this guy right here. And I know another YouTuber has a yellow one, and I loved his to death. And I said, you know, I just wish I could find one like that. It's easy to carry in your pocket. Should never leave home without it. And it tells you what's steel and what's not. So yeah. Magnet. This guy has a little high-end neodymium style magnet. I hope I pronounced that wrong. I don't care. So, yeah, but otherwise, you know, I don't think you want to carry around a magnet like from a microwave or anything like that. You know, just be careful with those fancy little magnets. You can find them anywhere, but if you pull out those really high strength magnets and you carry them in your pocket, they may give your leg a pinch if they come together on something, anything. So yeah. Anyways, magnet, fellas, magnet. Find a magnet, carry it with you, never leave home without it. It's going to tell you whether or not you want to pick something up depending on what you're looking for. And let's get this out of the way and we'll be right back. All right, so here we got the board layout from that one TV. If you fast forward and skipped ahead, then go back just a couple seconds and check it out. And if you're new, please, guys, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It helps the channel out. And for all you other people, thanks for sticking around. All right, so again, we got the power board from that. It's got a couple goodies. It's got some copper on it. It's got some aluminum, especially, you know, this is extruded aluminum. It's got some MOSFETs for all you micro scrappers out there. You know what those are. If not, then they're just, they're mainly copper. There may be a little bit of gold in them from what I hear. I don't know. I'm not throwing them away. You got a copper transformer here. That guy's cool. Most people just clip it and throw it in there. You got that spider. A lot of people don't know that, but those are not scrappable. Come on, little buddy. Get on out of here. Okay, well, he's going to live there. And more aluminum, more copper. And you go around and just start. This is an optical relay, I think. I was kind of looking into that. I was watching one scrapper. He knows a lot more about it than me, but I think it sends a signal from the hot side of the board to the cold side of the board. And if you're watching out there and you know who I'm talking about, please correct me. But I know they may have a little bit of gold in there, and that's a fuse, may have a little silver in there. Hey, you know, there's a lot of little things on this board that people just pass up. So don't pass them up. Take a minute. Chances are that connector is not going to have any gold in it. If the connector doesn't have any gold in it, then chances are the wire won't either. But now, so we got the T-COM board. So on older TVs, they're separated. You got a chip underneath of here. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. I don't know. Otherwise, I might have to cut out and get this off of here for you guys. Yeah. Let's see if I put my elbow into it. Can I get my elbow into it? Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got underneath of here. What do we got there? Flip that letter. Oh, a bunch of goo. Yeah, that's right. Don't forget about the goo. It's got that zinc stuff. I don't know if they used to put it on your nose at the beach. Don't do that. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure it's just zinc. I'll go wash that off here. Dang it. Now I don't want to touch my tools. Man sakes alive. All right. So the goo, that's a heat sink. So it keeps this chip warm. So this is the TCOM board, I do believe. Or I keep pronouncing it wrong. A logic board. I'm not sure. It has all the different inputs into it. And that guy might have a little silver in there. And these guys, I'm really in my light today for some reason. I don't even know what's happening. But these chips will have some gold in. Some of them don't. Some of them do. They hide everywhere. And they're pretty, you know, what is the term? Ubiquitous? You just see them everywhere. These chips, you can kind of see if it, let's see if I can get in there a little better. Oh, there we go. So those legs, if that chip has gold in it, then those legs represent a bond wire. So the more legs it has on it, potentially the more gold that's in it. And you see the little guys underneath of there, the little buildings, it looks like. Those are MLCCs. Those will have a bunch. These are little copper transformers, or you know what I mean. It has an L on there, so I'm not really sure. I'll look that up and know, but there's another chip. Yeah. And so these connectors, if you guys don't know, yeah, my big old dirty thumb, you lift up that little black thing, and then these should slide right out. And if this has gold on it, then the other side will too. And look at that. That's got some gold on it, guys. So that connector is going to have some gold too. That chip is going to have some gold. I don't want to touch them. These connectors are going to have some gold in them. Not a lot, but some. Sometimes the audio out has some gold on it. It all depends. And so yeah, then let's see. We're going to come down to what I think is a TCOM board. What splits the image into two, because the image comes into the board here and then it splits it into two and it goes down to either side of the screen. So if you're ever having trouble with one half of your screen not working and one half of your screen working, it's probably this guy right here. And anyways, let's see. So there you go. You can already see the gold inside, so we know that there's going to be some gold. So you flip these guys up. These guys should come out very nicely for you, so you're not ripping them out. And the same thing on this side. Let's see. All right, and yeah, there's some gold. So you clean up those ends, and you take those ends off right as close as you can without losing any, and you throw them in your stock pot. Set it and forget it. Leave them there. You know what? That's free gold. And people are like, well, it's not that much. Well, no, it's not that much. You are right. So bring it on over to me. Like I said, if you know me, and you don't want to do this to your TV, but you don't want to throw it away, then bring it on to me and I'll put it in my stock pot for free. A lot of people are surprised when I'm like, yeah, I'll take it for free. Well, I take it for free. No, I'm not, trying to get a free buck. There is work involved, as you guys can see. I mean, this video is how long already, and I've only made it through them. And that's plus stopping. Anyway, so it does take time, and it takes processing. But if you got everything set up, then why not do it? Why not? There's some free gold. There's some free chips. This board, I know you're gonna be like, oh, that's fingers. No, that's copper fingers flashing. They're figuring out how to get pretty cheap on us nowadays. So even though that's copper, I doubt there's even anything else on it. But the board's still useful, and that board's useful, and these guys are useful. Yeah, they got some gold on them, and you come down the connectors, and you'll see us. They're getting really chintzy. It used to be stripped all the way down, but I think they cut it up through here and by the grounding pad there. So they're getting really cheap. But if you peel these off, and you do it right without leaving anything in them. I save these, and eventually maybe one day I'll process them for a little bit. And I think that's a COF right there, that black line. I think that represents a chip on film. But I'm not sure. But they're getting pretty chintzy nowadays on the gold. But that's all right. So we got one more to get through here. Let's see if we can't get through that. And I got to clean my hands off first. I just wanted to bring you guys back in here quick. That's the speaker box out of the bottom of the TV over there. Yeah, no, they're mostly plastic. Yeah, I don't know what to say. There's not a lot you can do with them. However, if you are smart enough to figure out how to hook up a motion sensor light that runs through an MP3 player, that runs through those, you may or may not be able to set up a barking dog system in remote parts of your yard. Who knows? I don't know. There may be a video one day on that somewhere. But anyways, we got the Wi-Fi card. Yeah, so TVs that can hook up directly to the internet, smart TVs, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they got that little Wi-Fi card. And right there, that little guy right there is a gold antenna connection. They need to make that a connection. And the board has some gold on it. And there's a chip underneath there as well. So there's a little more hidden value in there if you didn't pay attention. So make sure you guys grab them boards. Don't leave them behind. And here we have a 55-inch, found in the wild just like this. That's right, so the same thing as last one, found it just like this. We're gonna put our gloves on and we're gonna get that white stuff off of there, that plastic, and we're gonna go put it in the pile over there, and then we're gonna check it out and see what more of the secrets are underneath of there. What does it hold? Who knows? Stick around, we'll find out. All right, mistakes were made, words were shared, regrets were to be had. But that's okay. I think we got it. These guys on this TV must have been a little higher end. I don't have a name tag on here, but I don't know. Some of them actually have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of little screws in every little hole holding every one of these down. But we got them. We got them. I got this sea creature looking thing of LEDs, but I got it. So these are going to go in our LED pile, and we're going to continue on with this beast as soon as I get it flipped over. Oh, buckets. All right, so we got the screws out. And again, if you guys are fighting with this and it's just not coming off, look. The thing I tell my boys is they put it together with a screwdriver and screws. So if you got to take a hammer to it to take it apart, then you're missing a screw. And I know it's fun to whack-a-do and go crazy and all that stuff, and that's great. But I try to limit that as much as I can for my shop, just because I got my shop mates that come in. So these are the speakers. Obviously, they're on a little bit of plastic. They got some wire to them. Yeah, I'll get more of that wire and stuff off later. Right now, it's just going there. Just going there for now. It could be happy right there. So let's see what we got here. We got a power board right here. Well, no, yeah. Well, yeah. This is a power board, and this has got to be the logic side of the power board. I'm assuming there'll be a T-Con board underneath here. Here, let's get her open and find out. All right, so here we go, guys. This is what I think is happening to newer TVs, and correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know, as you get older TVs, there's more and more. I mean, you got boards everywhere. We'll get into that. But these newer TVs, it seems like they got a power board, and it's hooked up to, you know, what I want to say is a logic board, only because I see the chips. And those chips are going to be, they're going to be okay. I'm willing to bet they'll be just fine. I ain't going to throw them away. I'm going to take them. And you can see a few other tidbits underneath hiding down there. And, yeah, so, I mean, there's good stuff on here still. But I think what's happening is the T-Con board is actually getting worked into the finger strip board on the base of the TV. So I don't even think there is an actual T-Con board anymore on there. But again, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I thought there was going to be a board underneath of here, and I am mistaken. So yeah, there's not that much. Let's get them boards out, and we'll take a quick look at them. All right, guys. Well, here we are. These are from the TVs we found in the wild. So let's just start with, we've got the finger strip boards. There's a couple there. there's some nice gold flashing on there, and that's going to be good. That's good stuff to feed the stock pot over there. In fact, that's where these are headed. These right after I get done here. I know this video's been long, but I'm going to take care of these and put them in the stock pot. Then we got our gold ribbon ends. Well, yeah, you just seen it right there. Yeah, that's our gold ribbon ends there. And it's not much, but it's going in the stock pot. So we got a couple of them there. We got some tactile switches. See, I'm learning the features of this here. Anyways, let's see. Whoa, yeah, okay. I'm not sure if those nodes are brass or gold. I'm willing to bet they may be brass or they may be gold. I don't know. Somebody who knows, give me a shout and let me know. Otherwise, I keep them because I know there's still some silver in there. I know there's some other stuff in there. So, and we got a logic board here. This was actually came out. It was just the logic board itself and the power board too. So yeah, we got that cap right there. You guys remember, I saved it here. Remember, if you're gonna do it, clip that cap. Rubber handled pliers, clip that cap, and it's out of your way now. And I know it's not charged, but anyways, yeah, you don't want to get whack-a-dude by that there. That guy will send you for a loop. I know it's tiny, and especially if you upgrade it to like a metal shop table, you clip those suckers out. I'm telling you, those two ends, if they're charged and they touch that metal table, they're gonna get something. So anyways, yeah, and this one has potential for gold pins inside of there and inside of the USB and stuff. Definitely inside of there. I'm pretty sure there'll be at least some coated pins in there. But and then again, we got our silver. Let's see, can I get a pointer? Can I get a pointer, please? Yeah. Okay, that's our silver crystal. There's your chips. Take them off. We'll explore that later. There's transistors, that symbol right there. I know somebody who I watch all the time tells me all about him because he was an electrical engineer and he knows all the proper terms for all of it, so he's probably cringing right now if he's watching this. That's okay. I just know that there were stuff. That's the important thing. Let's see what else we have. The simple little button for the power button. It's got that guy right there. It's got a few goodies on it. And then I want to see if I can get in on this guy. So this guy is the Wi-Fi card. And on the left there, you can see that this was the antenna connection here. I'm trying to do it in the screen. And that's gold. But if you look next to it here, this guy, that little guy right there, let's get in on him. Let's see if we can't get in a good shot. Can we get him? Yeah. All right, that guy right there is gold. If you look around it, that's gold around the rim. And now I was mistaken. I know they're not close to silver oscillators. They're more of akin to ceramic CPUs and stuff. Anything gold ceramic. So that's going to have 4 little nodes on it, and you pop them off. It's got a little gold on the rim, but it's also going to have a lot of gold bond wires inside of that guy there. So those, although let me back out, they're hard to see when you aren't paying attention to the board. It's really not, but then when you get in close, you can kind of see they exist. And there's another chip. There's some MLCCs and stuff, and you can even see kind of some of the gold brazing that was around the heat shield. Around the heat shield that was on that thing, apparently. I don't know much about that, but I can see there's some, looks like some gold brazing on there. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But, so that's that. And that's that board. That has some ICs on it and stuff. Let's see if we can get in there for this one. They're fun to explore, these boards. But, yeah, you got some chips in there. You got some MLCCs there. Transistors. Some more copper goodies. Let's see. Whoa, back it on up. Okay. Let's see. So you got some more in here. And if you look, sometimes these MLCCs look like they got gold on them. I could be completely wrong. I'm not sure. But, yeah, they look like they got a little gold on them from time to time. Maybe it's just, I don't know. My brain's got to stop stop wandering now. Okay, so we got the power board that has some goodies on it. We already went over this one. This has got a couple goodies on it too here. We'll get in there really quick. For all the people that want to get in there, there's some MLCCs and some goodies. I don't think, I don't really see, in fact, I can see better through my viewfinder. Wow. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so your connectors have a little bit of gold in them and stuff. So, you know, back to the question, is it worth it? To me, it was definitely worth it. I got to hang out, make a cool video. We'll speed through some stuff the best I can. And we got some aluminum. And also, this is probably going to go in my low-grade boards because these guys are actual boards. And the ones with the shiny backs are aluminum. They'll go in my aluminum. Those will go in there. Holy buckets. This is a long video. I'm going to try to condense it down. But that's that. So that's the dirty truth about dirty TVs out in the wild. You guys want to pick them up? I don't pass them up. And if you do this kind of work, you shouldn't either. But with that being said, I love you and go wash your face.